Hi guys, I thought I'd just make this little film of my packing for my wild camping trip. I've piled a load of stuff together. I haven't been wild camping in a while and I'm really excited to do it again. I've just got all my stuff down from the loft. So the first thing I'm going to do is take the concrete out of my backpack. I had it in there to weigh me down. Don't worry, I did have all the other safety stuff in the backpack. That is about 12 kilograms of concrete. So combined with the backpack, it's about 15 kilograms. Definitely be glad to get rid of that because it was just a really uncomfortable weight in the pack. So the first thing that I would usually put down the bottom of the backpack here is my sleeping bag. The sleeping bag that I use is a Mountain Equipment Snowline 750 from many moons ago. I also have a bit of a luxury item here in this pillow. But it's the one that I used at Everest Base Camp and in Kyrgyzstan. It goes down to about -15, so it's very, very warm. I probably don't need this warmer sleeping bag, but you just never know what the weather's going to throw at you, and you can always open it up and get cooler. You can't really get warmer. Very important to have a dry sleeping bag, otherwise you're basically screwed. So I always stuff my sleeping bag into a dry bag like this one, just to make sure you're not going to have a miserable cold wet night. The next thing I usually put into my hiking pack is my thermarest. So this is full length, self-inflating mattress, a Pro-Lite women's regular thermarest. Once you've squeezed it up like that, tighten it up so that it doesn't self-inflate in your bag. You can put this in a dry bag. It's not terribly, it's just to keep it in one place really. I have loads of these see-through bags, Ziploc bags. I'm not going to bother ziplocking this one. But they're just really handy because you can actually see what you're pulling out of your bag rather than a dry bag like this where you can't see what's inside it. And that will go down by the side of my sleeping bag hopefully. Next thing is probably the tent. So I've had this tent for ages. It's a Hilleberg Nallo 2 and it's a tunnel tent. It's got 2 poles and it's super easy to put up and down. So it's easier to put the poles in and the pegs in different places. So, and it's good to actually check that you're taking the poles and the pegs. Oh, wow. I don't think I need to be taking that with me. That is overkill. So I tend to put these down the side, with squishes on top, and these go down the side of the sleeping bag. Maybe towards the back a little bit. The pegs can go sort of down the side if there's any sort of space on the sleeping bag here. Stove. I've actually got the choice of 2 stoves. This is a Jetboil. I've had this for like 10 years. Oh, Finley's fallen over outside. Brilliant bit of kit. That only boils water in there. You can only boil water because it will burn anything stuck to the bottom. It might rattle and that's really annoying. So I'm just putting plastic on top there so that it doesn't rattle around when I walk. And then I've got another option here, MSR titanium pot with a little bit of a lip there to pour, and there's this Optimus tiny little stove here that just folds away, super small, goes on top of there like that, and it's only about 75 grams. I'm taking that because my friend's coming with me and she wants to borrow that. I've got standard matches and also a lighter as well, and there's the piezo ignition in the other stove as well. Good thing about this pot is it fits a gas canister inside it, so good space saving, so you can even fit a packet of matches around there as well. I'll just put that in this bag just to keep the lid on. Spoon thing, water purification tablets, a spork, a mug with gaffer tape around it just in case you need to repair anything. You can put stuff in the cup, like I probably put a couple of snacks in the cup just to save space like that, and it's, you know, nice to come to a cup with snacks in. And a bowl. This is from Kyrgyzstan. I went on a mountaineering trip to Kyrgyzstan and I stole this bowl, but it's probably made in China. Penknife, and scissors. Okay. So the bag's filling up nicely. Smooth oatmeal with raspberries, rice pudding with strawberries, Mediterranean vegetable pasta, and scrambled eggs and potato. So I just thought it's always good to take more food than you think. Best before December 2015. So that's going to be interesting. I need to get some snacks, more snacks, and probably a sandwich for the lunch on Friday. So clothing. Now, I'll probably be wearing my waterproof, so I want to have that handy. So I'll put that in one of the side pockets. I also want to have my waterproof trousers handy. They'll go with them in the side pocket. I'll be wearing this hat, so I don't really need to pack that. Warm stuff. Gloves, definitely want to keep handy. I'm going to put them in the side pocket as well. Warm Primaloft layer. This is a Berghaus Hypertherm. They don't make them anymore, sadly, which is really annoying. But I really love this. It's like a jumper, but really light and zippy. So that will go in a plastic bag as well, because the last thing you want is for your clothes to be wet. So I do have a spare pair of pants, luxury, for tomorrow. I'm on my period at the moment, so I've got some period pants as well, just in case the moon cup is failing. Those. This forecast is 10 degrees, so I think I'm going to be okay to get away without big, thicker gloves. I think I'll just be okay with that pair, so I'm not taking those. There's this jumper as well. I'm going to put it in just in case. This is just like a sort of a jumper layer. It's a lovely Montane kind of fleece-lined, thick-ish jumper, and that is just super nice to wear around camp and in bed. Yeah, I'll take that just in case. You don't want to be cold. In bed, I'm going to wear my 3/4 leggings that I can also run in, so that's like doubling up it. And then I've got a choice of long-sleeved or a t-shirt. I think I'm just going to put the t-shirt in, because I might even want to wear a t-shirt on the hill the next day if it's hot. I do just get really hot, especially with a big backpack on. And then a hat, trusty bubble hat. Always take a hat and buffs. I've got 3 buffs now, as you probably know. Blue, electric blue, snazzy orange, and hot pink. So I'm going to take all 3 of those, because I'm going to give one to my friend, and they're just really handy for being little towels and stuff. First aid kit, I will always take a first aid kit on most of my runs actually. It's just got alcohol wipes, some painkillers, a bandage, plasters, K-tape, small K-tape, lots of compeeds, and I don't really use them anymore, but lots of K-tape cut really small so they can go on my toes. Lots of Compeed blister plasters that I don't really use anymore, but just taking for old time's sake it seems. I've got a wash bag just with like toothbrush, toothpaste. I have not taken deodorant with me, I'm just gonna stink. A spare pair of socks. All the clothes, the first aid kit. That can be handy actually, the first aid kit. So this is one of the side pockets. I'll probably put water in one of them. They're really big, really handy. Then I'm going to be hiking with these Harrier Halvellen Pro Carbon poles. So they don't need to go into the backpack. Just check this both in there. I'll be getting them out at the start. And in the other side pocket, I will put all my filming stuff. I don't know where the food's going to go. Oh, maybe in the top pocket can have the food. So filming wise, I've got 2 GoPros, one on an extendable selfie stick with this new surrounding case thing, so if I want to do any talking, hopefully it'll pick that up a bit better. And then this one is the one that I can like stick in a tree, because this is my new bendy tripod thing. So I want to experiment with attaching this to my pole, so that I don't have to keep putting 2 poles in one hand, which was really annoying, has been really annoying in the films that I've made so far with poles. spare cables and spare SD cards and spare GoPro batteries and cables, and these are my portable battery chargers that I take. They're Goal Zero and they're just lipstick size, and they're so handy for charging anything like phone, GoPro, microphones, and I just store them all in this little soft white bag that may not come back white. So finally, head torch. I've got the Silver Trail Runner Free here. It's just a really lightweight 400 lumen head torch. It's really easy to use. So I'm taking that with me. And then as a backup head torch, I don't bother taking a spare battery, even though I can charge that one en route. I'm just going to take this Black Diamond Astro R, which is a really nice little compact, very lightweight. I think it's like 70 grams or 60 grams or something head torch. So I'll keep them both handy because we're going to be arriving maybe late to the wild campsite. Oh, and headphones. I'm going to be hiking maybe for even 6 hours on my own. These last for 8 hours. They're the Shox Open Run Pro, and they are the best quality headphones that I have found for listening to music and taking calls and listening to podcasts while out in the wilds. Finally, I have a map. I'm going to the Peak District, so I'll probably take a couple of photographs of this map, but just in case, I am going to put this map into a plastic bag and pop it into my pack just in case I lose my phone or battery runs out or anything like that. That's all my packing. I'm just going to weigh the backpack and I'll come back and tell you in a minute how much it weighs. Wow, can't really believe it, but this backpack is actually a little bit lighter than the backpack with this wedge of concrete in it. It weighs about 14 kilograms. I know I do have my poles on the side, which I will be using, so that won't be on my back, but I do need to get a sandwich and some snacks, and put my phone in there, so I think that will outweigh it. Be sort of the same. Oh. So there's me all packed and ready to go wild camping for the next day and a half. I cannot wait. It's going to be really fun. I hope you enjoyed this video of me packing. I'm going to make one of me doing the hiking training as well, so you can follow my journey training for the Montane Lakeland 100. Here we go.